And now for our keynote address. Now, Haruhico needs even less introduction. He was the Bank of Japan governor from 2013 to 2023, former president of the ADB. He's famous for speaking very softly, but carrying a very big bazooka. So, Kuroda-san, oishashiburi desu, and good morning. Thank you for joining us. I wonder, did you bring your bazooka today?
For your kind introduction. I'm now at the National Graduate Institute for Policy Studies in Tokyo, leaving the Bank of Japan 2 years ago, and now I'm very much free to speak. On the new geo-economic order, turning global headwinds into strategic advantage for Korea, which is rather difficult subject to speak. But let me speak about this issue for some time. Now, the global economy has been fragmented due to the Ukraine war since 2022, partly because G7 countries imposed severe economic and financial sanctions on Russia, as well as China, which supported Russia. So the world economy is very much fragmented. And then the Trump tariffs since 2025 further worsened the fragmentation situation. And now oil prices shot up from less than $70 per barrel to more than $110 per barrel after the United States bombed Iran in the late February 2026. So according to the latest IMF World Economic Outlook issued in April 2026, world GDP growth will slow down from 3.4% in 2025 to 3.1% in 2026 and to 3.2% in 2027, largely because of fragmentation and oil price rise. Now, China, which is Korea's largest export market, will see its economic growth further declining. 5% in 2025 to 4.4% in 2026 and 4% in 2027. The United States, Korea's second largest export market, will have moderate economic growth of 2.3% in 2026 and 2.1% in 2027, compared with around 2.5% on average in the last 25 years. Of course, Korea has been increasing exports to ASEAN and Europe in recent years, but its exports to the Middle East, Africa, and South America have been somewhat limited. So here, Korea can increase exports of its cars and IT goods there. Korea's per capita GDP is now about $35,000, slightly higher than Japan's $34,000, and about 2.5 times bigger than China's $14,000. So Korea can and must expand domestic consumption substantially and also invest more in science and technology development, which is necessary for the Korean economy and the world economy. Now, of course, Korea has cordial economic relationship with the United States, world's largest economy, China, second largest economy, and Japan, third largest economy. I think this is a great advantage for Korea under the new geo-economic order. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you still with us, Kuroda-san?
Yes.
Thank you so much for your patience. I know that we've had you sitting in that chair for quite some time this morning. I'd like to ask you just a couple of questions before we let you go. As you mentioned, you left the Bank of Japan in 2023. When you wake up in the morning, do you miss your old job at the BOJ? Or do you think, thank God, I'm not there right now to deal with this global mess?
I can say two things about the Bank of Japan or the governorship at the Bank of Japan. First, it was quite, what shall I say, not entertaining, but quite comfortable to be governor of the Bank of Japan and chairman of the Monetary Policy Board, because discussions were quite professional, and the objective is quite simple: price stability. And Bank of Japan had a lot of monetary policy tools to deal with the situation, to achieve inflation target of around 2%. And actually, immediately after the Bank of Japan introduced quantitative and qualitative monetary easing in 2013, deflation was overcome, and eventually price stability was achieved. Second is, what do I say, compared with ADB. ADB is an international organization. Its largest members, largest capital subscribers are the United States and Japan. Third largest is China. Fourth largest is India. And there are substantial number of European countries which have somewhat different development objectives than regional members. So the executive board discussion at the ADB was quite complicated and very difficult, because members of the policy board, members of the executive board have different objectives, different interests, different viewpoints about Asian economic development. So unlike ADB, Bank of Japan policy board members as well as staff, they have the same objective, same viewpoint, same kind of technical capacity. So I must say that being governor of the Bank of Japan from 2013 to 2023 was quite comfortable and also very productive and quite useful for me.
When you think about your tenure at the Bank of Japan, as you mentioned, it was very comfortable. From the outside, it looked like a very challenging period. When you look back at, say, 2013, if you could travel back in time and give yourself a message, some advice in 2013 about the world to come, what might it be?
I think from my experience of 10 years at the Bank of Japan, I learned two things. One, there could be many unexpected events, unanticipated shocks coming from outside of Japan, affecting the Japanese economic and financial situations significantly. And many of them are not expected, so that depending on the oil price sharp decline in 2016, Bank of Japan introduced yield curve control with negative policy rate and so on and so forth. So there are many things, and also, of course, we had the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, which caused sharp decline of economic activities, and also significant increase of inflation rate. So that the Bank of Japan monetary policy faced with this stagflationary situation, tried best to adjust monetary policy to solve this situation. So this is one point. Second point is why it took nearly 8 years to reach 2% inflation target. I think one thing I did not expect was that so-called deflationary mindset produced during the 15-year-long deflation from 1998 through 2012 was so difficult to resolve, so adamant, so strong. This is I think, good lesson not only for Japan but also for other countries as well. That is to say, if you have experienced deflationary period in a long time, then the eradicating deflation and achieving price stability could be quite challenging and difficult.
Now, on this panel this morning, we have Dr. Lee Jong-hwa, who you know. Now, if I took $1 million of Dr. Lee's money and I gave it to you, Kuroda-san, right now, would you invest it in the South Korean Kospi Index or the Japanese Nikkei?
On this kind of issue, I don't say anything definite.
Just between us.
But of course, I myself do not invest in stock and shares. But when I was ADB president, ADB's pension fund experienced some difficulty, partly because of the generational gap, but partly because of the decline of stocks all over the world, and also a decline of US government bond prices, which ADB also invested heavily. My answer, my lessons learned from this experience is two things. One, you have to invest globally, not just one country or one industry. You have to diversify your investment. That is one point. Second point is that you have to invest long. You should not make investment, short-term investment, like many dealers and investment companies, because that is not good for pension fund or some other long-term investors. So my my advice is just invest globally, investment be diversified, and also you have to invest long. You should not buy and sell in short term.
Once a central banker, always a central banker. Speaking of that, here in South Korea, we have a brand new Bank of Korea governor, Governor Shin. What advice might you give him as he begins his tenure in Seoul at this very challenging moment, not just for the Korean economy, but for the global economy?
I think, as you can see, the world economy has been slightly decelerating in the last couple of years and in coming years, largely because of U.S. tariffs and more because of oil price rise. And in this situation, I mean, many countries, particularly Korea or Japan, which imports almost all fossil fuels from outside, from the Middle East, from Latin America, and so on and so forth. Somewhat difficult situation because this oil price rise will cause inflation, as well as some reduction of economic activities, because inflation means consumption will subdue and investment may be affected, and so on and so forth. So in this situation, central banks in Korea or Japan, they are tasked with somewhat difficult task. I mean, on the one hand, they have to contain inflationary influence, but at the same time, they have to support economic activities. So I do not envy neither I do not envy neither the Bank of Korea governor or Bank of Japan governor, but this is their task to solve or to at least contain inflation within reasonable limit, at the same time supporting economic activities in some ways.
Thank you, Kuroda-san. We will leave it there. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your wisdom. I'm glad you look as comfortable as ever, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.